Hello, everybody. We're back with the Outer Worlds, the murder on Eldridge, or however you say it. Currently doing picking up a mission here. Faithful of the Three Rizzos in our faction quest. So we're over here at the island again. They're all islands. But over where the purple berry hedges and maze is, and we're checking out this console.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What do we got? Where's this timeline discrepancy at? Well, here we go. Can we look at it?
This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Let's do a chemical analysis.
Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
You know you're liable to get sick doing that.
Alright, can we inspect the console? Faithful 3 Rizzo's Old Fashioned. Alright, I guess we can leave the console. That's it? That's all we had to do here was inspect the console? Alright, how far are we traveling now? Let's check a look at the map. Not too far. I don't think there's a way out over here. But there is stuff over here. Hey, look at that. Gimme, 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 gimme. Can I can't jump it. Darn it. Well, I tried. Let's see, plasma gun or machine gun? Let's go with the machine gun for now. Alright, also, where's the water tower at? Supposedly, she lost the black purple bear, or the black of vodka somewhere around the water tower, and I'm assuming this is the water tower. Looks like a water tower. Oh, I thought I'd hunt over here while I'm here. Actually, it's what I came here for, and then I saw that there was a mission marker there, so. Ooh. Plasma rifle. Autotech access card, okay. Ah, it's vodka red, that ain't black. I wanted black. Darn it. Any other? Says she lost the black going by the water tower, so let's check a little bit more by the water tower. Ah. Stealing apples. I don't see anything here. Oh, wait, what's that? Bid cartridge, darn it! Anything up here? Nope. Anything up here? Nope. Alright, well, check that box. Ha! Oh, a mock apple cider. God darn it. I need black! I need black! I want that gun. I don't know if it's any good, but now it's just become one of those things I want. Alright. Well, I don't see it. This is the water tower. I think it's a water tower. Looks like a water tower. Did I stay closer to the water tower? Further out? I don't know where to go. I don't think that's the water tower. Let's go check. Nope. That's the lab. This should have been it. It should have been over here. Maybe it's on the ground and I can't see it. She said she was attacked by monsters. Or the letter said it was attacked by monsters. While near the water tower. Nope, more mock apple. This is where I got attacked. Got attacked over here. Now the monsters drink this stuff. Apparently they got addicted to it. And again, I don't see any evidence of anything. So, oh well, let's go to where we need to go next. Maybe there'd be another opportunity to buy it somewhere. Doubt it though. I have a feeling the only case is going to be somewhere close to this water tower. Yes, something tells me. Maybe there's another water tower somewhere. I don't know. Or maybe that's a water tower way over there. Could that be? That looks like more of a power station than a water tower, but maybe it's a water tower. Oh, thanks. The Dissident Queen, Chapter 1. Queen Helena baits a lingering foe in a sleepy bar. I think I read this one. Yeah, it looks like one I've read. They all kind of look the same. If I didn't, you can pause and read it. Just go back to it, rewind a little bit, then you can read it. No one wants to hear me read it anyways. I read awful. Welcome to the world of a dyslexic. Alright, let's see. What do you got for me?
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
Yeah, let's give him the...
All right, let's hear the details. A drink? I ain't ever heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
I see you left a few of them intact even. Smashed more than I'd like, but I guess I'm glad you didn't obliterate them all.
Never did like leaving a job half-finished myself, but that's me.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
You're worried that Slugs is trying to mess with your livelihood? I mean, I guess they were really just trying to kill everything.
Reckon they've got something in common with the waspitos then. Probably why Slug just set the mechanicals to attack everything. Eventually, they'd kill our pollinizers.
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Is there a way to... Well, we know there was a way to manually initiate the pollinization cycle. Somebody did.
Well, yes, it's possible to manually start and end cycles in hive control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further slander. Let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it? You picked a hell of a time to lose your tongue over there, friend. I guess I can't force you to tell me anything, but the peace of mind would have been worth much to me. Right now, we of the orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
You wasted Slug time and trying to blame your scripts on them pay up. Slug's presence is making productivity in the orchards worse. Don't give them another bit. Rizzo's will have a bit to spare after Brown's unveiling. Could pay them with interest. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that.
Never liked paying bits if I ain't gotta, but you're right. If we get production finished now, we'll be able to pay later. Thoughts, Slug Boy?
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began. Slug can wait for an increase in costs. I hope we won't have this conversation again.
So they're out nothing right now. Give them nothing for the moment. Alright, took care of that. I'm just kind of surprised. Now let's go off to the next spot. Where are we going next? Journal. Let's see. Oh yeah, I haven't talked to him yet. Let's go talk to the good doctor. Let's fast travel over there so we don't waste any more time. Come on. Make it. Make it. Thank you. Ooh, a nice fast travel. Oh, because I fast traveled to my room. Well, that isn't quite where I wanted to go. Alright, so we're in the penthouse. Lobby, please.
What floor would you like to visit? To the lobby we go.
Yeah, I have the doc. She was upstairs, if I remember right. I don't know why I didn't talk to her last time. I was in the lobby. Nope, that's the bathroom. Here's the doc's lobby.
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Took you long enough.
Oh, don't be so squeamish. You won't find any viscera under my fingernails. I trimmed them just this morning. Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
So someone was trying to kill, well, one of them at least, if not both of them.
Oh, most certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion. The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin. Slightly elevated levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food.
When we were talking, you called her Ruth Bellamy, not Halsey and Helen.
Oh, how curious. I do believe you're right. I wonder if this has something to do with the autopsy process. She was Halcyon Helen up until the moment I brought her to the operating table, but as soon as I cut her open, I stopped thinking of her as Halcyon Helen. It's almost as if she stopped being an icon and became a human being. You're a freelancer of some repute. Surely you're no stranger to seeing the interior organs of a human being. Although, I suspect you do most of your work with a gun and not a scalpel. I do keep logs of every patient I treat. Despite appearances, I'm not merely a coroner. I'm also the Grand Colonial's only, and therefore greatest, doctor.
Is that allowed?
I don't see the conflict of interest. As the hotel's doctor, I attend to the health of my patients when they're alive. As the coroner, I attend to my patients when they're dead. If I do my job as a doctor, I rarely have to call upon my skills as a coroner. And if a patient dies under my treatment, my coroner's report practically writes itself.
If this job's killing me, I don't want you anywhere near my body. At least you're satisfied with your work. I'll take your word for it. I'll go with the first one.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to harvest your precious organs. Salvaging is more Sublight's purview. I'm with Slug. We're different. We're professionals. What I'm about to tell you, do me a favor and keep this between us. That's what I like to hear. I'd much rather work for Slug than Rizzo's. Rizzo's makes a great show about the happiness of its workers, but I think it's all rather artificial. I'm paid well. I work hard. I'm given respect and a reasonable degree of freedom. Cedric Kincannon runs a tight ship. Most of us enjoy working for Slug. Will there be anything else?
Later. Okay, nothing with Halcyon Helen. Pet pills. The autopsy report from Helen shows evidence of several possible causes of death, but I've determined the killing blow was plasma damage. Alright, that's everything she told us, pretty much. Patient logs. Yeah, we read those already. Okay. Alright, it's got us going down to the clerk. Which journal? Alright. Wait a minute. The man who was what? The man who was chaffed. Oh, okay. So it's just changed. Okay, it changed the title. That's where we're at. So let's go over here. Talk to her.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
I need access to the VIP floor. Yeah.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
The only guest who'd have a problem with me being up there would be the murderer.
That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Alright, so we heard about the high-profile guest. So I don't know if anyone else has had this problem lately, but Windows did an update and fouled up my whole setup. So I'm hoping everything's recording well, sounds as good as it was before, because
What floor would you like to visit?
I've spent the last 2 days trying to get this thing to get back to close to where it was. I'm not sure yet, but I'll know by the time I'm done recording this if it sounds as good as before or if I got a lot of work left to do.
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Wow, the VIP floor is not as good as my floor. Who are you? Slug Guard. Risso Ranger.
Bertie Holcomb's the greatest hacker in the league.
Security Slug. Okay, looks like we're going this way. Red doors, all locked. Blue door. Oh. Looks like he's been in this room for a while. Let's read his stuff before we talk to him. When I first arrived at the Grand Colonial for the unveiling, I was led to a small sitting room some kind of individual might allow to relax in, with moderate comfort before being led to an actual quarter. It's been a week and a half, and yet no one has arrived to deliver me to my actual room yet. If I didn't know better, I might assume that this meant to be my actual room. If I didn't know better, I might actually assume that you tried to place Spencer Woolrich, star of hundreds of serials, the hero of another wave set colony-wide, in a room where he can hardly walk from one end to another without bumping his toe on a foot of his bed or his shoulder upon the desk. I might even assume that Ruth Bellamy was placed in the Grand Colonial penthouse suite on purpose, rather than by mistake. But I'm sure that this issue will be rectified soon, as our positions will be swapped. I hope you won't try to tell me anything on the contrary. Oh, good grief. Yeah, there's more of his complaints. You can read about his complaints. Yeah, yeah, it's a bunch of his complaints. Nothing exciting. Darn it.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
Yep, I'm going with this one. Draw your weapon. I'm getting embarrassed by proxy. You want to talk like a human being. I'm drawing the weapon.
Oh, you wouldn't harm an old man at the end of his wits, would you? I'm confused, disoriented. I may have even soiled myself. Wait, if you're armed, that must mean you're not with the hotel staff. Oh, now, this is curious indeed. Who are you, and how did you get in here?
Just a murderer, no son of movements. I'm going to take everything. Not tied down. Let's go with that one.
What a quaint claim. You're so adorable. I won't even call security. No, really, I mean it. You've most certainly endeared yourself to me, and I think I know why you're here. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet?
God.
Or perhaps something a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
Let's see. Make a rude gesture. How about you sign this? Why are you asking to sign things? Are you okay? Yeah, you can sign my weapon if you want.
I'd be delighted. Oh, damn. My pen's out of ink. I'll just get you a portrait of my face as a souvenir. I'm sure I have the prints around here somewhere. By the by, how did you get in here? The only non-staff individual cleared to enter guest rooms is supposed to be the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh. Hello.
Oh, he catches on fast.
Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me, back when I starred in The Marauder's Bane. The absolute picture of justice. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
Yeah, the word is might. Yeah, let's start with, I heard you were poisoned.
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation. He must have tainted my meal in retaliation.
Can you think of anyone else besides the chef who'd want to harm you? Why didn't you go to the clinic for your stomach pains? Or go to the, let's ask why didn't you go?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it.
Okay. Do you think anybody would want to harm you?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally, and with the minimum level of respect that they deserve.
All right, that's the entire hotel staff want to kill him. Let's tell him that Helen was also poisoned.
How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
Helena wasn't killed by the poison.
Oh, that's very good to know. Perhaps the poisoner simply meant to incapacitate us both, disrupt the product launch. I couldn't say, Inspector. I'm merely an actor. Very well, then.
I learned a thing or two about your activities at the hotel. I got a few more questions about the poisoning now. Let's ask him this one. Who are you exactly?
I'm sure you're joking. Perhaps I'm not in my prime, but you've no doubt seen the name Spencer Woolrich on many a serial advertisement throughout your travels.
Never heard of you.
That can't be. You must just not remember. Or perhaps you only recognize my characters, not my name. Did you ever see me in The Masked Marketeer? The Busker of Byzantium? What about episodes 13 and 190 of Princess of Hephaestus? And who could forget From Halcyon with Love? I was great in that movie. Even if I was starring beside a 2-ton bucket of bolts and a woman with no talent.
Bucker of Byzantium. Helen wrote a B to imply her killer before she died. 2-bit bucket of bolts. That's that machine again, isn't it? Let's go with this one.
I think that's a bit of a stretch, don't you? If you're going to come after me, I expect evidence, unless you want to be smacked with litigation. Smacked!
Let's see. Let's go with I learned a thing or two, a thing or two about activities in the hotel.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
Found a tainted liquor. Must have had something to do with your poisoning.
Yes. I distinctly recall ordering an alcoholic beverage with my meal. This hotel is certainly bringing a new meaning to the phrase rotgut. Management shall receive the complaint to end all complaints.
So was it in the food or the liquor?
I'm quite used to being breathlessly watched.
All right. Any new questions under that?
Must I relive that ghastly event again? My intestines still have yet to fully recover. But I suppose we may discuss it further.
Mm-mm.
Very well, then.
Nothing new there. All right. We'd have to come in here when he's not looking.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. This bottle, recently discarded, contains residue from foreign substances. Chemical analysis complete. This unit has detected the following substances: oil, terrorray, blood, terrorray, unidentifiable biological fluids, terrorray.
No, I ain't tasting the substance this time. Let's try. Were these substances added later?
Yes, Inspector. Logical analysis indicates these substances were not present in the bottle's original contents. These substances cause extreme gastrointestinal distress in humans. Large doses can be fatal. This bottle contained Rizzo Spectrum vodka. The presence of terrorray biological fluids may have significantly improved its flavor.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's talk to him again.
You're here. I hope you have the photon proto-distributor, or we're never leaving this damn facility. That was from the Twin Spies. I played a sentient mechanical. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
That'd be a first.
Oh, must I relive that ghastly event again? My intestines still have yet to fully recover. But I suppose we may discuss it further.
Oh, we can't ask him about the bottle then?
Very well, then.
Maybe we can ask. Maybe there's something about the murder.
One quick question before we begin, if I may. How was it that Bellamy met her end?
Why are you so curious?
Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. Perhaps whoever came after her could come after me next. But if you don't want to tell me, I understand. Whatever happened, I hope poor Bellamy didn't suffer.
Oh yeah, speak theoretically. How would you have killed the victim?
Oh, come now, Inspector. What do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of.
Did you know Helena well?
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way, unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids.
You must not have been too flattered always starring alongside a younger actress. You consider yourself a friend of hers. Why did you keep starring alongside her? There we go.
I'm not too proud to admit it. I couldn't get work on my own. Whether or not I wanted to accept it, Bellamy had captured the eye of the colony. People kept talking about the charisma we had on screen, but I felt more chemistry with certain teacup canids than with her. As you may have been able to conclude, I wasn't terribly enamored with Bellamy, but that doesn't mean I'd kill her.
All right. What were you up to at the time of the murder?
I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
Can anyone corroborate that?
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
You were meditating, really?
All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful prophet of profitability. She taught me it for my role in The Unemployed Cometh. I had to lie face down on artificially heated pavement. The director wanted our suffering to be convincing. Needless to say, being able to leave my body helped to mitigate the pain, both during the 8-hour shoot and with the second-degree burns afterwards. I owe that woman much.
How long have you worked with the Prophet?
Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the Colonial. The Unemployed Cometh was shot on site. That makes it, a few weeks. I cannot recommend her services enough. If you haven't been to see her yet, you really should.
All right, back to my other questions. Not sure what else to ask
I'll
him.
answer whatever you wish.
Go back here.
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn.
Yeah, we asked
In
that.
fact,
we asked that. We talked to that. Must not have been too flattering, always stalling alongside a younger actress.
Oh, it wasn't. And don't think I haven't picked up on your tone. Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. It's also beneath me.
All right, that's enough of that.
I suppose that is enough on that grim subject.
Might be on his other activities at the hotel, but... Wow, I got a lot of pills here. Got a lot of shoes. Anything else? Looking for that black. Still looking for the black. Okay, nothing there.